Hello everybody. Happy Wednesday afternoon, I'm sure, by the time this gets up. So today I'm going to be reading on a little bit of politics. I was talking to my brother, and I'm like, have we just like flipped again to opposite extremes? And then I heard about Mike, what's his name, Johnson, talking about how he's going to blur the faces of J6. And I go, oh, that's where he's getting this from. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Republican Party, about the Democratic Party. We're going to talk, but before we do, we're going to, let's jump in with a little oracle reading on how do we, as light workers, as peaceniks, which I hope that I am one of, how do we defend our sensibilities, our way of life, against something that seems to be in such opposite of our values? And I've got to think that there's hope. I mean, looking at Rachael Maddow and Liz Cheney sitting down at the same table, Gavin Newsom and Hannity sitting at the same table. What's Hannity? Sean Hannity. We'll get into that a little bit later. All right. Let's just pull, and then if those who want to leave can leave before politics. I'm also going to feed Mr. Pumpkinhead for those of you who have been with me for a while. So what is the message of unity, of inclusion during these divisive times? And I say that twice. Why? Why can't I say unity twice? What's the message? Ooh, crown yourself. All right. All right. Okay. Well, I love this. So this crown yourself card, and this is, who is this? This is King Arthur's footprint. So this is not, this is like stepping into your own power with this card. This isn't about playing victim to any one person, to going, oh my God, they're beating us up, they're yelling at us, they're winning. No, take back our own power. To confirm that, it says, don't be the victim, which is like, yay, don't be the victim. We get sucked into this negative news, and that negative news cycle turns us into a victim. And I know, I hear some of you going, hell no, I am not a victim. And all I can say about that is, dance your troubles away. So when you come at me with, hell no, I'm not a victim, I just dance. I do a little I'm all right dance. Not one of those Trump dances, but just a little, you remember that Groundhog Day? I'm all right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, crown yourself. Don't be the victim. Don't forget to dance. Okay. If you have any small children watching, you may want to ask them to leave the room, shed their eyes. So, what we got going? Mr. Pumpkinhead raised his head again yesterday with my Republican brother. And what he was saying, something about the J6 thing with that the government allowed the revelers inside the Capitol so that they could take a look. And we had a little heated argument over it, and then I find out what Mike Johnson said, and I went, oh, okay, now I get it. So we're going to talk a little bit about politics. We're going to talk a little bit about Trumpism. And when I started thinking about that, I got another call from the Department of Corrections. They said, have you walked Mr. Pumpkinhead? And I went, no. They go, you got to let him out for a walk. No. Yes. Can I just give him fresh air? You could do that at the minimum. And you have to feed him. I go, I don't want to feed him because, he has enough documents in there to eat, right? I don't need to feed him anymore. And they go, no, you need to feed him. I go, but whenever I feed him, he throws ketchup everywhere. And it's a mess. And they go, it's part of being a correction officer. Lordy. So I said, what can I do? What can I do? I know. I'm going to give him a peanut. It's just not any ordinary peanut. It's an organic peanut. I know it's going to mess him up. I know his stomach is not ready for that. So, and some of you guys may not know who I'm talking about if you're new. So I put Mr. Pumpkinhead in here, my version of Mr. Pumpkinhead, and I sent him off to Fulton County. She immediately sent him back. I'm like, what? So I'm going to feed Mr. Pumpkinhead. And for those of you who don't, oh, look, his little hands coming out. For those of you who don't know who he is, there he is, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Hello. Hello, there he is, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Hi. Whoa, whoa. Oh, look. He's got shredded documents all over him. Ew. What do we got here? Oh. Subpoena. Okay, leave that in there. Here's his peanut. No! Oh, I don't like peanuts. Get this peanut out of here. All right. Now you know what you're in for? Okay. All right, so let's dig into this a little bit, shall we? I am going to be using my fountain deck. Okay, let me write this down. 8 minutes and 44 seconds. Let's look at Mike Johnson and my hillbilly brother. So my brother is like all smirking because he goes, the government let the J6 guys in. And then Mike Johnson says, we're going to blur the faces of January 6th. It just seems so crazy out there. I mean, the Senate was yelling and screaming and walking out, and it's just nuts. Just crazy time. So, let's give peanuts where peanuts are due, and let's be strong when we need to be strong, and let's dance as much as we can with this. Mike Johnson, blurred faces, and I think of blurred lines. I almost said blurred lines, and I went, what? There was that song with Robin Thicke, and it was like sexist and copyright infringement and all sorts of just on the edge wrong things. Some people may disagree with my on the edge statement. And Mike Johnson is doing the same things. So the question that I want to ask, because I thought it was getting better. I thought that the hillbilly Republicans that I grew up with were just like going, oh, this is too cray even for us. I think I was wrong. So what is it? I just want to revisit again. What is it about the mentality of the Republicans these days who are not MAGA, but who are not the Liz Cheney Republicans, who are not speaking out, who are not the Chris Christie Republicans? What's the feeling for them? And as I step into their energy, number one, they watch too much news. Number two, they're scared crapless. I was going to say S-less, but... And I could have, because your kids left. You sent them out of the room when I fed Mr. Pumpkinhead. But you can send them back if you want. They can listen. I'll be good. Maybe send them out again. Okay, what is the Republicans? What are the Republicans? What are they feeling right now with all this? What are they feeling with all of this? What is that? And then today, Kevin McCarthy said that he was stepping down, that he was leaving by the end of the year. This year? This year? Like 2023? I haven't read it yet, but the card that flew out is the Queen of Swords. Well, I know there's a lot of legal cases going on. Is that what's going to open up their eyes? I don't know how to talk to people who say that January 6th was a party. I get stupid, and I'm like, like, what? It short circuits my brain, and I can't talk. It's like, how can you be so... The kids in the room? Okay. What's going on with the Republican Party? Not the MAGAs. I guess the rhinos. What's going on? Okay. They're bankrupt. And clearly they're bankrupt. That's interesting. Oh, wow. So McCarthy, who is leaving, was a huge fundraiser guy. And Trump is taking all the national money and legal issues. It's like and again, with this card, when I look at it using the fountain deck, they're sitting outside the church. They could go in the church. They can get redemption. They can get warmth. They're sitting out in the cold. Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles, lost money out in the cold. They could go in and get warmth, but they don't. But it's being covered, and I use the word covered and challenged different ways, but it's being covered by the legal issues, not challenged. Well, and challenged. At the base of the reading for the Republican Party is the Seven of Cups, the illusion delusion. What story do I believe? Where do I go? You have the High Priestess, Gotta make room on my table. You have the high priestess in the past, the secrets, what's going on, not really showing us, keeping us in illusion, delusion. At the top of the reading, we have the Three of Coins. The Three of Pentacles in other decks really reminds me of dark money, but here's the dark money, it's just at the base. But there's other people that are supporting this thing. So this big disc, and it's a golden disc. So I'm thinking to myself, is it an illusional disc like this? Three of Coins. And then they're going to get hurt. The Republican Party, the quote-unquote normal Republicans, they got the Fred Flintstone card. But in this deck, this isn't a big fat club. This is like a double-edged sword, and it's a wand. So it's the information that comes. It's just going to go wham, wham, wham. More information, more information, more information. And it all stems from this legal Knight of Swords running, charging in, and just throwing legal stuff out all over the place. Another bit of news that happened today was Nevada, the Nevada AG charged 6 fake electors with federal counts. Internally, what's going on with the normal Republicans? Heartbreak. Three of Swords. Externally, it's the Ten of Coins. This Ten of Coins, in normal decks, it's all about family money, but in this deck, it's all about holding on to family wealth that is blocking the view of the natural way of life. See, so you can't see nature out here because the money's in the way. So there is an organic peanut. There is an organic way that our country should function based on the Constitution. And in that organic way of checks and balances, that's being blocked by money, money, money. The hopes and fears that they can still be friends with benefits, lovers. And the final outcome, walking away. They're still walking away from the party, which is interesting. Where are they walking to? They keep going. So my hillbilly brothers said, if it's a Trump-Biden choice, that's going to be the worst thing for this country. If Trump is anywhere near the choice, it's the worst thing for this country. Biden, why is it the worst thing for this country? I mean, what policies are you not agreeing with? Besides Hunter Biden's laptop. You can't talk about that with his policies because it's not really a policy. What other things? Do you not like the money being spent to build up infrastructure? What he's doing for healthcare? How he's bringing the world together? Ooh, walking away from sorrow, but look, you still have the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, Trump, creating chaos. But they're going on a new journey. They're going on a new journey. So here, let me drop this down, and then y'all can, if you can follow along with this and see these cards, I'm not really sure. It feels like, just to recap this, they're morally bankrupt, they're out in the cold, they're losing money, the lawsuits are making them crazy that's going on because they're actually seeing the truth. Not like in the past where it was hidden in the secrets, but they've got the heartbreak, they've got money in their vision, and they're going, but we're going to make more money with Republicans. Okay, that's another big heartbreak because Republicans and Democrats made more money with a Democratic administration. They keep forgetting that. Sidebar, I've been listening to too much of this Jack Smith stuff. But sidebar, I don't even know where I was going with this. I don't know. Okay, so Democrats, we make more money under the Democratic administrations. Oh, law and order. That's where I was going with it, sidebar. And the Republicans are the law and order party. But let's blur all the faces of the people who broke into the Capitol so the DOJ doesn't get them or look into them or investigate them. That kind of talk makes me crazy and gives me a little heartbreak. So yeah, I can relate to these cards. Well, because I do have hillbilly roots. I do. I do have all my teeth. Well, these teeth, I don't have them. Those are fake. They were real fake. I got little stubs coming down there. Because I was a butthead and I poked fun at somebody when I was in 8th grade. 10 people came up. They hurt me. And then I ate pavement. And I became a true toothless person. All right. I don't know why I said that. Let's look into I don't know what that is. Vigilant. We already talked about this, I think. It's important for us during these, and if I didn't, it's important for us to be vigilant. Because we can't be numb to this, especially moving into this year. So give yourself the holiday season to be numb to this. And then in January, when we start kicking it in, it's just my thing. There's going to be others that say, no, stay vigilant, stay in the game, stay in the game. But me, I'm taking December off to kind of chill, not be in the game so much. The political game, I still will be, but we can't allow this to happen. So we're going to have to stay kind of strong with this. All right. McCarthy leaving. I kind of heard rumblings. Then we're going to look at Liz Cheney, 24-28. McCarthy leaving. So, McCarthy leaving. So we had Santos leaving. Oh, and who was it that said Santos was going back into Congress? Some wacky YouTube psychic. And I'm going, you're crazy. You're crazy. And then my wife, she goes, yeah, I kind of thought that too. And I went, you're crazy. Well, I already knew she was. What is going on with McCarthy? What is going on with McCarthy? So is this the way that Hakeem Jeffries gets the majority? McCarthy's leaving. Is Matt Gaetz leaving soon? Looking at the ethics, are they going to expel him too? I can't see that. Soon, anyway. I mean, I think they're going to get him sooner or later, but let's just look at McCarthy leaving. What does this do? What does this do to the Republican majority, Democratic minority? What does this do to the Democratic majority, to the Republican majority, Democrat minority? Does it flip? What does this do, McCarthy leaving? Oh, somebody got stabbed in the back. Who would, oh yeah, McCarthy. Page of Swords. Knight of Coins, slow moving knight. Fool, you're being a foolish. Oh, guess who's at the top of the reading? The devil made me do it. Yeah. All right. Wow, 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 wow. Moving away. Yes, we already know that. The Empress. Oh, is there any Russia thing involved in that? Wow. All right, all right, all right. Pulling it down because this is kind of fun. Hang on, hang on. I really wish that I would have a pause button on here. Okay, so trying to clarify this stuff. McCarthy leaving. He got stabbed in the back and he's like, wah, 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 I'm done. Done. Page of Swords. Is there some more information coming out? Or is he bringing more information coming out against other people to retaliate against him being stabbed in the back? Could be. At the base of the reading, it's a slow-moving knight. But him moving by the end of the year, if that's true, I just read the clickbait headline, it's going to be a slow-moving knight, and he is moving away to calmer waters, internal position. In the past, as it goes, we have the Fool card, going on a new journey in the past as it relates to him being stabbed in the back and him like throwing out some barbs, I think. At the top of the reading, we have the guy in the box that's eating peanut shells right now. The devil. So he's still being chained to something, right? At the top, that's overshadowing everything. That's overshadowing his leaving. That's overshadowing his going on a new journey. That's overshadowing him being a little slow in movement. But there's the Temperance card, giving balance. And I said, what does this do to the balance of power in Congress? It balances out. Well, I think they only have like a one-seat majority now. I don't know. Don't know. In the external position is the Empress. Now, the Empress can be Russia. It could also be giving birth to something new, something an abundance, hopes and fears, we have the Page of Cups. Something surprising coming out of that cup. And in the last card that we get the protector from the storm, the King of Cups, Joe Biden. We have Mr. Peanut Head, and I shouldn't say that because I like Mr. Peanut. Mr. Pumpkin Head, Joe Biden, side by side. Wowee. Let's do a little bit of clarification on this final outcome. What is this doing to the balance of power? McCarthy leaving, picking up his sword out of his back, putting it in a rowboat, and going. Another Trump card, King of Coins. Four of Cups, being offered something that is not being looked at. Strength. One more. Justice. Wow. I don't know if you could see that. Sorry. So I'll pull them up. An offer not being looked at. Four of Cups. Crying over spilled milk. Strength card. And Justice. This Justice card is similar to the Temperance card. Just in their balance of things. So, all right, I'm going to use a line from my friend Linda. Guys, I don't want you to worry. You don't need to worry. It's some cray-cray energy out there. But because of McCarthy leaving, not because of, but with his departure, it's going to balance things more out in Congress. It's going to give a big lean to the Democrats and Joe Biden and his agenda. It's not going to be without the Devil energy and the King of Pentacles energy on both sides of Joe Biden's energy. But then you got strength, you got justice. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be crazy, but it's going to be good. All right. Let's look at Liz Cheney, 33, 27. Liz Cheney. So, interesting thing with Liz Cheney as we get into this. She was on Rachael Maddow. I saw the interview. I didn't listen to Rachel's intro, and I'm going to go back and do that. Because she was talking about how different they are. And they couldn't be more polar opposites in their politics. Yet here they were sitting down for the good of the country saying Trump cannot win. Period. And as some people say, full stop. I don't know what that means. I'm in California. There is no full stops in California. We just roll right through. So, don't make me do a full stop. So this, what's the matter with me? So they are sitting down at the table. Rachael Maddow has 3.14 million viewers, over 3 million viewers. That's pretty damn good. Sean Hannity was on with Mr. Pumpkinhead, and Sean Hannity's Fox News program had just under 2 million. And I go, hey, don't round up. Wouldn't it look a lot better with Hannity has 1.999999 million viewers versus Rachael Maddow's 3.14 million viewers. Yes, yes it would. Okay. So, and Trump is talking about what he's going to do and how he's going to weaponize the DOJ. Hannity goes, what was the quote? It was, I'm sure you guys know this by heart. Hannity, I wrote this down. Where is it? Hannity asked Trump, under no circumstances are you promising America tonight that you would never abuse power as retribution against anybody? Hannity asked. Trump evaded that question once. Hannity asked it again. Trump responded, except for day one. There it is. And Kash Patel is one of these guys that's going to be put into the administration on day one. And he is talking all sorts of crap. So again, we got to be vigilant. We got to make sure he is not elected. So I got to come up with a different way to talk to my hillbilly brother. Okay, let's look at Liz Cheney. Is she going to, let's just do a 411. She says that she's not going to be running for president in the as a third party. Let's just do 6 and see if we even get that point, if we get to that point. Gavin Newsom, Liz Cheney ticket. It's just funny. Just popped into my head. I really don't think that's going to happen at all. But then again, wouldn't think George Santos would go back into Congress. Liz Cheney. As I tap into Ms. Cheney, the dynamic I'm getting from tapping into Mr. Pumpkinhead and Liz Cheney. Mr. Pumpkinhead is all over the place. Liz Cheney is laser focused and very guarded. 411. What's going on, Miss Cheney? 3 of Wands. In most 3 of Wands in other decks, it's a non-action card. It's a watching card. Watching your ship come in, go out. In this deck, I don't know if you can see it so well, but this is an action card where this guy is using the other 2 wands to create a singular focus. Braiding things together. Oh my gosh. It's Gavin Newsom and Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney. Star of Hope. Now before you guys go cray, right? Look at all the darkness there. She's rising out of the darkness. She's given us some hope. Imagine if there wasn't a voice like Liz Cheney's coming out and talking. She was the second-ranking Republican. She had a huge voice, not to mention her father. Now, maybe that's what she's coming out of, that dark, inky stuff, because I really didn't like him. Anyway, Knight of Wands. She's marinating in this Knight of Wands energy. This is information. She's just like, she's kind of waking up a little bit. And I'm not saying that she needs to deviate from all of her beliefs. I'm not saying that as a wake-up call. I think we need to slowly, it's not a light switch, but we slowly need to go, oh, it's a different reality. Because if we just flip the light switch, it should probably explode. As we do, as we ascend, if we're doing this ascension process, we can't just flip the light switch and be up here. We would explode. So we slowly take bits and bits of knowledge, bits and bits of information, so that we can assimilate all of this. Okay. Quit yakking. Six of Cups. Well, that's what I'm here for. Six of Cups. In the past, going back to a simpler time, into her little bubble. At the top of the reading, of course, the King of Coins. And Liz Cheney, 6 cards. 9 of Cups. In the potential near future. I'm just going to keep going with this relatively fast. She's wounded. She's 2 4s right in a row. There's an offer that she's looking at, though, that she's not paying attention to. Are you going to run for president on a third party? Hopes and fears. She's got the World card. Whoa, lordy. Sunshine. Full illumination. Ooh. So the clarifying cards. The Sun card, the Death card, 6 of Pentacles. Giving and receiving. Next to the King. So, yeah. There's an ending. With this full illumination, there is an ending and a beginning of what she is, what her old ways were. She's changing, but instead of giving and receiving, she's still kind of hanging on tight to some of her core values. Yet I think that those will be changed. Could she be running for president? If things get a little more dicey, yeah, I think she will. Get a little close. And let's pull 6 cards. If Liz Cheney runs for president, will she pull votes away from Biden, or will she pull votes away from Trump? I'm going to put Trump up at the top. Where's she getting her votes from? Republicans voting for Trump, or the Republicans voting for the Democrat? 10 of Cups. That was in the Republican line. That's my Democratic card. Is she going to pull votes away from the Republicans? I got the 5 of Swords, winning at any cost, and death. Oh, I hope I can understand this. Is she going to pull votes away from the Democrats? Strength. King of Wands. King of Coins. I think she's going to pull it away from the King of Coins, which is Trump. With new information, she's bringing strength into the Democrats. With the Republicans, she's bringing a little bit of a balance with this Ten of Cups, which is my Democratic card. So she's bringing like a little more democracy to that, but they're going to fight her. But there's a death, there's a rebirth card for the Republicans because of her. Am I skewing this to how I want to see it? I may be. I may. All right, 45 minutes. I got to go, but real quick. George Santos. George Santos. Oh my God. 3 cards. Who's crazy? Is it me or my wife? That's the question. 46. I got to write this down. 4603. Who's crazy? Me? George Santos will never walk the halls again. No, will never be a congressman again. Or my wife, where she goes, yeah, I was seeing him in Congress again. In Congress is different than being a congressman, right? Having a job, because he can still go in there. Is George Santos going to be reelected in Congress? 3 cards. He's got some support. I don't see it. He's got some support to run. He's got the tower moment. If he gets in, that'll just destroy anything about the hallowed halls. It was just make a mockery of it. But I see him as a hermit. I see him still shining the light on some people. And he does have the devil energy at the very bottom of this. I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, everybody. Till next time. I may do a live on Friday. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Peace and love. Bye.